Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with some more blueprints. Yesterday, we got access to the sauna, so we're going to start with more steps than usual. That, of course, probably won't help us if we end up dead-ending ourselves like we've been. And as a general overview, I thought that there was... Hold up, let me just... Room directory. Okay, this is how we are going to have to do this. Interesting. As a general observation of our runs yesterday, it is that there is a lot more left turn rooms than there are right turn rooms. In fact, I'm not seeing any right turn rooms. Is that correct? I guess bedrooms and hallways don't count, but even they're lefts. Okay, there's a lot of left turn rooms. So that means that over the course of the game, we're probably generally going to curve like into ourselves like Snake. Let's bring out, so we're going to start going like this, which means that we got to be very judicious with our use of our hallways that goes straight and our rooms that go into T-junctions, because those are going to keep us going northward. It also might mean that we want to prefer to be on the right side of the map. I don't think that that's necessarily true. We also don't know rules that occur on the right side of the map. Anyways, we also figured out what the paintings in each room means, assuming that the room gives painting clues. So Editor Bits is going to do a quick little thing on Excel and post that up right now. And we're going to go ahead and start. Yeah, if we have a metal detector here, let's grab it. It's going to be pretty useful to grab as soon as possible. Retrieve item. It's also interesting that we started by checking item 102, which means that an item 101 exists. Anyways. The billiard room goes to the right. Well, we are definitely a fan of that. It's also a relatively easy puzzle. Just check back here for anything. 16 minus 7 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 2 times... How could that possibly be? How can we divide by 15? 6 by... Oh, it's 1. That's why. Do the math in the correct order, Bits, and maybe you'll understand. More keys. We love that. Another parlor would be obviously a no-go here. I don't want to use our spare room either. This is honestly catastrophic. I guess we're using our spare room. Like after I just finished talking about it too, right? Bedroom to the left, please. Chapel was also a consideration, but I don't really plan on filling the area down below. I want to keep a hold of den. And having gems is nice. Sorry, I want to keep a hold of, bull. Whatever that first one was. Give me a chapel here. This is incredibly straight, actually. Pantry or nook are both decent ideas. I guess we'll take the pantry first. Tent and 10. Okay, time to get the notes. And where are we at? 5 up. Okay, is it actually that these can go left or right? Anyways, we want to face ourselves up northward again. We don't have to rearrange that. That's nice. This is chart and cart. We already had that. 2. A pair of chests have been added to the entrance hall. I wonder if those also require keys. Corridor is always unlocked. I mean, we certainly don't want to stop. So I guess we will... stage and stag. So that's E. Okay, drawing room would have been good. Don't have any gems though. Meep bap. So unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to take storeroom. Mainly because it gives us the resources. Fan and flan. Thankfully, we have all the steps in the world. We have a split off at the chapel, that's good. Nook me. Fire and fur. Yes, we already have this complete, bro. I certainly don't like that. So I guess we're going to take our hallway. Well, that's just most unfortunate. All right. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Okay, if we run out, I think putting that into the check-in before we finish, since we have more than enough steps, is probably in our best interest. Dining room just to keep that going. We also have 2 chests here somewhere. There you go. It is locked. And we got our key back. That's good value, I'd say. So those are pretty good. All right. Let's put a stopper here. Locksmith keys for sale. Okay. A special key. A prism key. If you unlock a door with the prism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or shop, you will draw floor plans of the same color. Interesting. And then we should have all this, right? Yep. We have to take security, otherwise we're locked in. And I admittedly don't feel like turning off the power this time. So let's go to key card system, security level low. Just so that we're less likely to need the key card. Never mind, we're scuffed. All right. Let's take a look at the furnace. We've never been here before. Are you just a furnace? Fascinating. Well, all right then. Just double check here. Well, oh, this is still open. Well, we might as well check to see if the prism key does anything here. Does not fit. Okay. All right. We unfortunately have to call it a day. On to day 4. Sorry, day 5. the black box contains gems. This box and the blue box are empty. All three boxes are empty. All three boxes cannot possibly be empty, which means that you're false. You could still both be false then, but I would assume... Well, I mean, you can't both be false. One of you has to be true. So you can't be true, because if you and blue are empty... Well, I mean, you could be true. You and blue could be empty, and then black could have... You can't both be... Well, I mean, how would you be false? You could be false because one of you could have the gems, but I'm guessing what you're saying is that blue and black, white and blue have gems, which two of them cannot have gems. Which means that you're automatically false. So if you're false and you're false, you have to be true, which means black box contains the gems. Unlocking a door with a silver key leads to a room with many doors. Ah, where there's a silver key, there must be a silver door. Take me to the commissary just to face me upward. This must be trying to teach me what we already discovered about the paint, like the... we discovered about these drawings and the paintings in general. Because I know we walked into this at one point and it was kind of, I was a little spooked about it, but I think this, again, this is just telling us that we need to find all the letters that this has, that this doesn't. Leads to a room of a color of your choice. Oh shit. No! I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Well, we can bedroom. Patio spread. Gems to each green room. We can't even draft it. We also have no green rooms. There's the gem. What was sanded and tent and 10 means that this is another T. redraw floor plans. Go ahead, give me a pantry. A banana restores 3 steps. So if an apple restores 2, banana restores 3. There's 5 of each in the mansion. That would equal a total of 25 steps, which means that oranges must give 5 steps, in case that ever becomes relevant for anything. Coat and Coast, that's what it is. That's what you are. Use my silver key. I want to head back northward. Archives. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. That seems like a bad idea. Like, what are the point of these red ones? They're like bad. This would allow us to continue straight. This would make us lose half of our steps. I'm not even actually sure that... Do we intend on using all of them? We haven't been. And is there anything in here? Besides the use of electronic keycard? Stag and Stage, we already have this. Use the key. Note gives us our key back and also face us northward. Plane and Planet. Do we already have you? Yeah, we do. This, however, is going to be new for us. See, not seeing floor plans while drafting in this room seems like a much better thing. Now we need the breaker room, don't we? Hey! All right. Where are we here? Fan and Flan. What the heck does that say? HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Damn, dude, my great aunt is hot. There's a gem. There's an egg timer. paint and pint? Like, I wish that I could look at that. That seems pretty relevant. Also, are each of these pictures in a different room? Sir Sinclair? No. Is it trying to tell me that I need to find the camera? Like, I actually expected to get a little bit more information out of this room. For one of her rooms in the West Wing. Like, why do you have a bathtub in your office here? Anyways. Can't go north through the dark room because we don't have a key, which means that we're gonna have to go south of the weight room. We might as well hit the archives at this point. Hopefully we can get something out of this room. Oh? Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when discovered on Thursday that her book Swimbird had been chosen in the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. Second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success, the niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Never considered herself a success. My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. Hey, that's me! I always had challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there. Marigold has elaborated in a previous interview that her debut book, Red Prince, they almost said the name, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. It's true, I don't like the color red. I'm a blue guy. Ho! Those are bold letters. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were two of 36 names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Though no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by the authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF. Who also call themselves Children of the Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though charges were later dropped. 3 years ago, I'm going to guess, was, no, it was not Swimbird. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has in the past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. It's the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Was seen at the corner suspicious bag under the wave down a local man. This is the third major last year. Is anticipated. Charged by the Crown. Manning was the last person. The trial begins on Tuesday, expected to last up to 6 months with grand treason. No traces discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories were written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date with the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Miss Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident. At this point, we are seeking investigation. Priceless jewels stolen. Oh my god, like, this is the last page, but I was like, Jesus. Okay. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. You know, we pick up a lot of gems. Just saying. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of aristocracy and high peerage, and access never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensics experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said that they were alerted in the middle of the night of reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. Intruders broke into the museum, subdued by Royal Guard and disabled by the security system. By the time the militia arrived on scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Ares, priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historical value. If the rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. Yes, thank you. Chart. I'm simply looking for the other painting, my dude. Obviously this dolly will come in handy. No, seriously, where's the other? It's just a chart here? Oh, there it is. Chart and cart. All that for one we already had. Okay. So we're gonna have to go to the drawing room den. Basically, we're gonna have to go all the way back to the start. Maybe the weight room wasn't a good idea. Ah. I think we're gonna take some steps though. Here's a key. Do we go all the way back? Probably not. I don't even think that we survived that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technically we do. Or LCF. It was worth a shot. I suppose while we're also here, we can actually make it so that key card offline mode is unlocked. Confirm setting. And let's just take a look at the rooms here and see if we can't find anything. I would like to do kitchen, but obviously that's a furnace. Aquarium is every color of room. I don't want to use corridor. Whenever you enter gymnasium, lose 2. There's gotta be something in there worth it though, right? We could turn off the power to the gymnasium actually. There would obviously be a reason to do that. Something to keep in mind. But we're gonna go back. I'm so poor. Oh, this is likely the end of us. Oh, that was multiply. $13 minus 5 is 8 divided by 2. You're getting pretty spicy all of a sudden, aren't you? 12 minus 4 is 8. Times 2 is 16. Divided by 16 is 1. Anytime I see a large divided, it's probably just 1. But you're a little late, aren't you? Oh. Nope, we had that. Well, rip me. Alright. The other thing that I've been thinking too is obviously at least the clocks are going to give the semblance of time moving. I bet you there's a secret achievement to just sit here and wait for 24 hours to pass. I might do that off camera, but I don't think that's obviously worth your guys' time. East-facing villa. Indeed it is. And, I mean, it's about 40 minutes. Yeah, we'll do one more day. Also, you'd think for somebody who's camping, you'd start the day before 8 o'clock. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't, but I'm also not camping outside of a large mansion in the English wilderness. Okay, this time we're going to turn off the gymnasium, turn on the garage. Let's turn off the key card. Let's get super spicy. I wish to have all the gems. No stones, no crates. There are 4 boxes in this room. True. So if you guys are all both lying, the gems are in the true box, and you are true. So there was something about her room. In the West Wing Hall. Or there's a portrait of her in the West Wing Hall. So do we have to attach a bedroom to here? Except you don't want me to? This is gonna pay for itself. Oh, an orange. This totally paid for itself. Delicious. Delicious and citrus. I'm gonna open you one of these days. The garage, which we provided power to. Oh Oh my god, I hope this isn't Chris's blood. And we're still on the 4th row, so we don't need those. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services are required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for. Sounds like the lack of alibi that you'd expect from a international jewel thief? Sir Jacques Blanc? Can the garage only occur on the west side? It seems like it can only be on an edge for sure. Let's go have a look outside, huh? What is the point of this? Is this the escape sequence? The west path. So now I can unlock this? Oh, come on, dude. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Ayo? 2 special items. Rooms in your house are more likely to contain dig spots today. Dig spots? Give me the stuff that I might be able to actually use. It could be used for digging. Can shatter padlocks, unlocked trunks. Holy lord, we're OP! Unfortunately, we really don't have much else to go. Permanent additions. West Path Gate. So there's an outer room that we can attach. Okay, I'm getting you. Alright. Of course, West Path is probably going to take me like another 3 steps, ain't it? We need to face left. Bedroom's perfect. In before another left room. You know, there was that one chest that was here once. We've never had it here again. There's that left room we were talking about. So obviously we want to take chapel to stay alive. Doing a quick check for monies and such. Give me a billiard room. Let's do some maths. I feel like this has to be something too. Okay, 2. 4. 2. Keck. Take me to the pool. I'm also intrigued. I don't think it's the case, but would we be able to lower all this water and get something? I needed you to face me left. Give me tons of steps. Take me straight to the nursery. We've also never been in this room before. The Red Prince. Was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies. He had a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. It's okay, buddy. Real gamers never look up. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside and the clouds weren't around. Do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy. Whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we've said. It's the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like a prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book. The red book we just read. Damn! Need to get a copy of that from my nephew. So, makes me wonder if there's some, like, the red rooms, generally speaking, aren't good for us. But there might be something behind that. Oh, a banana. Dope. Claim ticket compass. Unfortunately, we are scuffed, so we will not be claiming our compass, for we are done. Did I have a better option than nursery? I might have been distracted by the new room. And a new room that didn't give us much at that. I like this little, like, soft, jazzy sort of deal, too. Just trying to see if there's any new letters we could get. Not unless there's anything... No. We have all these letters. Alright. Are we sure? What the frick is this? Oh, we don't have you. Well, I mean, you're I, because I can see the word that you're trying to make. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. Anyways, I think that we are kabooted. Let me just double check here. Yeah, call it a day. Well, that was rather unfortunate, but at least we made some meta progression. Maybe have a hint. Should actually write that down. Red, air quotes. The only true color. Which is odd because red notes are false. Allegedly, I suppose. Alright. We're gonna go ahead, save and quit. Hopefully you guys had a good time. If you have any feedback from me whatsoever, any questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put those down in the comments below, and until next time we will catch you guys around.